I honestly did not expect Meta to release their own branded AI smart glasses that are actually better, cheaper, and more functional than the more expensive Ray-Ban counterparts. Yeah, you heard me right. These are better. Let's talk about it. First of all, the new charging case. It looks like this when the glasses are inside. This, as we know, are the ones that come with the Ray-Ban version. These are the headliners. But the new ones, check this out. They open pretty similarly, like this, and then you just slide out the glasses this way, right? And then check this out. Once you're done, you just fold these down. By the way, these are spring activated. So you fold these down, fold that, and fold that. And now you can just slip it into your pocket, which is perfect for if you're going out to, you're maybe going out, your battery is low, you went to a cafe, pop these out of your pocket, put the glasses inside, and you can charge it. Then once you're done, put this back in your pocket and this back on your face. That's it. You're gonna have a hard time lugging this around without some sort of shoulder bag or lady's purse, So this is less functional than this. Now the Ray-Ban versions do offer a little bit more battery life. You get 48 hours, or I should say up to 48 hours on this, whereas this is up to 40 hours. So, that's not really a big deal for me. What I care about is that both the glasses last the same amount of time, up to 8 hours. So how are the new ones better? Well, for one, like I mentioned, they are cheaper. They start at $299 and go up from there if you want transitions. Now, I did get the transitions, and this is how it's going to look like when they go fully dark. Basically the same as the Ray-Ban models. But if you look close, you'll start to see the differences. First of which is, aside from the same button we used to get on the Ray-Bans, we now get a second button, this here. Now, it's reprogrammable to different things as well, which is a nice bonus. Another huge benefit to the new models is that if you have an issue with the Ray-Bans falling off your face, they kind of tend to slide down your nose. By the way, I did have the Meta Ray-Ban Wayfarer, which were just too large for my face. Even like the standard size, it was too large. It kept sliding down my nose. That's why I got the headliners, which are a bit better. They sit a little bit more just better on my nose and on my face in general. But the new ones, oh my gosh, so much better. You basically have adjustable nose pads. So you can see this pad here is a little bit more to the right than the left one. And you have three kind of different sections. So you have this one, which is the furthest this way, but then you also have like the standard one. And then all the way here, you have the most closest one. So these nose pads can go into three different kind of orientations to sit better on your nose. For me, I find that the closest ones, so if you pinch them together, the closest ones, they fit and sit on my nose like perfectly. And by the way, these are the adventurer models. Not sure if I mentioned that in the beginning of the video, but I should have. Now, another great feature, again, I simply don't know why the Ray-Ban models don't do this, but you have adjustable ear hooks. Sorry, that's probably not the correct terminology. I like to call them ear hooks because they're hooks that sit on your ear. But if you see this little cutout, there's a little cutout right there. Everything from that cutout here is going to be plastic, so this is obviously not going to be able to bend. However, everything past that little notch, you can just freely bend and shape to like the curvature of your ear. So again, once you put this on, they feel so much better than the Ray-Ban ones, which are more expensive. That sounds weird to even say out loud. The new ones also have this little spring actuator, which lets you bend the temples much more freely and just without worrying about it's gonna break. Whereas on the Meta models, or the Ray-Ban models I should say, you can bend it, but you're actually just bending the plastic, and that means that it's just gonna kind of really slam on your face. It's gonna be like squeezing your head. So the new ones, again, way more comfortable. They're more comfortable, they're cheaper, they're way more customizable in terms of fit, and they come with an extra button that can perform multiple things. Now, as far as the tech goes, it's mainly the same, except the new ones, they do have a 6 microphone array instead of a 5 microphone array on the Ray-Ban versions. that's not really a big deal, but then again, you know, it might help if you're in a very noisy environment trying to record a video, or you're on a phone call. The one with the 6 microphone array, the new ones, should be able to handle that a little bit better. I will definitely make a follow-up video and put these to the test against the Ray-Ban, so definitely be on the lookout for that. Faster data transfer is also here with the new model, supporting Wi-Fi 6 tri-band compared to dual band on the Ray-Ban models, as well as a newer Bluetooth chip 5.4 versus 5.3. There is also a next-gen AI model called the, I believe it's called the Spark. Let me double check. Okay, so it's called the Muse Spark. It's here on the new ones. However, the older ones are gonna get the update to that newer AI model. So it's gonna come eventually. We don't know. All we know is that Meta is very slow at rolling out updates. So we don't really have a time frame yet. All they said that it's coming. Whatever that means. As far as video recording and photo taking ability, they're identical. So you're getting a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera capable of 3K video recording at 30 frames per second or 1080p at 60 frames per second for those sporty moments. Overall, these glasses are better in basically every single way. You're literally getting 99% of what the Ray-Ban versions offer for much less, roughly $80 to $100 less compared to the Ray-Ban versions. Now, personally, the only reason I even got these is simply because they fit better. So for those of you who have tried the Ray-Ban models and you notice that they're maybe a little bit too bulky, they kind of slide down your nose, they don't stay in place all that much, I highly recommend trying these out at your local, I don't know, Best Buy or any sunglass store. I assume they're going to be having this as well. Definitely check it out, because believe me, these fit better, and I believe they're even lighter. I'll put it on screen. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. They do feel lighter, so I don't know. Maybe they are. But let me know down below in the comments, are you more interested in the $299 non-Ray-Ban branded glasses, or are you still going to be sticking with your Ray-Bans? Let me know down below in the comments. If you guys enjoyed today's video, definitely click that like button, and again, subscribe if you want to see a more in-depth video regarding the Adventurer glasses from Meta. And as always, this was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.